Good morning and welcome to Caring for Me, Caring for You, a thought and a prayer for the week. I want to welcome you once again, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I have been asked about again and again within the last couple of weeks. And so I felt it's obviously a topic that we need to talk about, and that is asking for help and offering help, dealing with all the many players involved in caregiving, because caregivers need support, but there are certain things they need to be doing, and those of us who want to help a caregiver need to understand how best to go about that. So I wanted to talk about it. It's something I've often lectured on. But before I get to that point, I want to just refresh our memories that in the drama of healthcare, it's a three-legged stool. It's made up of a care recipient, someone who's ill physically, emotionally, spiritually, and in most cases, as we all know, as we're ill in one area, as it goes on, it expands to each physical, emotional, and spiritual. There are the professional caregivers, those to whom we go as doctors, as therapists, as clergy, people who deal with the emotional aspects of life. All of those are paid persons. They're the second leg. And the third leg is the unpaid, by and large, family caregiver. And when we say family caregiver, that's the word I wanted for us to have just a moment to look at before we talk about the actual topic for today's conversation. Family caregiver. We're talking about families, but we're talking about two definitions of family. And as I always point out in the lectures that I do, for the family caregiver, the drama is between them and the care recipient. Those are the two that we're talking about. And each partner in that dialogue, in that drama, the caregiver and the care recipient, both have families of origin, meaning blood families, and secondly, families of choice. Families who may be persons who are friends, who have been acquaintances, neighbors within an apartment, members of a faith community, members of a senior citizen committee if we're dealing with a senior, all sorts of potential family members. Now, why is that important? In the journey in caregiving, no caregiver can do it all alone. And the caregiver needs to literally look. I often encourage them to do an analysis, both of the care recipients or family of origin. Are there any family members alive? Are there any family members in the area? Are there any family members with whom they have a wonderful relationship? Are there some in which it has just been terrible? That's the reality. But to have a sense of who may be a potential person to help in the caring, we can only do that by taking an honest look at that. And then with the family of choice, those who have been friends, who have been neighbors, a close friend, whatever the relationships may be, it's important to take a look at them for who they are, name them, and then also may be certain you have contacts for them, but also to look at their talents and their specific abilities. Someone may be a retired nurse, someone a retired accountant. I'm talking now in a more senior world, but it could be of all ages. In other words, people who have talents in areas that you, as the family caregiver for this given individual, simply are not part of your background. And that's nothing wrong. Each of us is who we are, and we have certain talents. But there are many others in that cadre of potential support, of potential help. And we need to look at all of them and be aware. For example, there may be someone who's a retired healthcare professional in some way. These are going to be people who understand billing. How important can that be? And what a resource, what a saving for you. someone to look and make sure the medical statements are correct. All of those sorts of things. Someone else may be in the dietitian world. Someone else may be in home care. You don't know until you begin looking, and you will be amazed at what you will find. So the first thing I urge, before you even ask for help, or if you're going to be someone who is offering help, take a look at the key players in the given drama. So in other words, whatever family caregiving situation you're looking at, you have a family caregiver and you have a care recipient. Look and see who are potential people to help. And you may be somebody who can help the family caregiver identify people who can be of enormous help. And it's something that they just automatically do. And it is something that neither person thought of as being a way of supporting. So that's the first thing. The second, and this is on two sides now. So often, family caregivers have the experience of someone coming to the house to visit, and as they're going out the door, they say, "Now let me know what I can do." And of course, they walk out, and it's the last time you hear or get real help. Family caregivers, here's what you need to be doing. Begin making a list. Next Tuesday, I need someone to go with us to this appointment. Next week, I have an appointment for my doctor. I need someone to sit here for 2 hours. We have medication that needs to be picked up at a specialty pharmacy that is far away. Someone with a car could go and get that. In other words, look at the things that are being needed. There'll be a timeline with it, of course. And then when a person says to you, "Let me know what I can do," literally grab that list and say, "Here are 4 things that are paramount for our present situation. Can any of these be something with which you could help us?" That gives a concrete opportunity for both of you, because the person who is offering care wants to help. People want to help. You know as well as I do. There's a lovely feeling to being asked to help, being asked to do something for someone else, because so many people have done things for us, and we'd like to pay that back. Not tit for tat, that sort of thing, but we want to give as we have received, because that's a spiritual law. So, here is my suggestion for those of you who wish to help a particular family caregiver. Examine, as I've said, the situation, look at the people who are there, and then have a brief conversation. Either go to the home, make it by phone, some sort of technology. Suggest, do you realize that this person and this person and this person have these abilities? Perhaps they could help you in those areas, and I am comfortable doing A, B, and C. I know that you need to have some free time. On next Thursday, I have a pretty free day. What if I come in the late morning and spend the afternoon so that you can go out and have a little time just for yourself for whatever you need to do? Now that becomes a dynamic of positive caregiving, because you are each contributing from a place that is comfortable for you. No one is imposing upon, but we all do have time. And we can offer those things which we can do to assist the caregiver. And the best thing in the world is to ask the caregiver. I urge that we don't make the caregivers do all the asking. They have enough things that they're doing. Talk about multitasking. And no one expresses this better than the famed Sheila Warnock in her brilliant Bible in family caregiving, which is known as Share the Care. If you don't know it, there's a fabulous website, Share the Care, Sheila Warnock, and she often talks about this so that we can set up situations and get care moving in ways that allow all to participate in ways that are comfortable, that are possible, and that open up new ideas of care that we didn't even realize were there. So I urge you to consider these and give it some thought. Give it some quiet time, some prayer time, some meditation time. And that leads us to the prayer for today. This is one of my favorite prayers. It was taught to me and thousands of other people by the late Dr. Arthur Caliandro from Marble Collegiate Church. It's a very simple prayer, and yet one that I have used with not only caregivers. I have used it with relationship situations. I have used it with business situations. I have used it with fundraising situations. I have used it again and again and again, and you'll hear why. This is the prayer. And always in our programs, it's God, as you understand that word today. So take now just a moment to be calm. We're going to listen to it a couple of times with some specific thoughts each time. But first, I want you simply to hear the prayer. Dear God, there is someone out there who needs me as much as I need them. Bring us together. Let's do it again. Dear God, there is someone out there who needs me as much as I need them. Bring us together. And it is so. Now, for example, you are knowing that these specific needs are for a care recipient or for the caregiver in a particular drama that you're involved with. See that situation in a beautiful white light. I know that the all-knowing, all-loving, and caring divine has the answer for us. It may not come with an immediate telephone call, but we are asking to look with that third eye. Look beyond the present. Look beyond the fear. Look beyond the limitation. And as we see that situation that needs filling, we pray. Dear God, there's someone out there who needs me as much as I need them. Bring us together. And it is so. Now, I hope you will use that prayer in your own lives as I have in mine. But it's a wonderful, simple, and powerful prayer. For what does it do? It puts us into the inside, into that spirit within us, that breath of God that has been with us since the day we were born. We were sent here with that knowledge inside, but it's taken most of us a very long time to connect with it because we thought everything was out here. All the answers, all of it was here. But it's an inside job. And the God who created me created you and every person listening to this broadcast and this entire world as I look up to Central Park right now here in Manhattan, New York City. It is my Father's world, and I am connected to it, and it is to me. We are one, and we are sent here to help one another. You know, my favorite saying is, what is our purpose? We're walking each other home. And that's so much what caregiving is about. And as we find the pieces that are there, we use them and we, with great gratitude, don't forget gratitude. Be thankful for every idea, every person who walks into your life. Be thankful. And then quietly return to that source, the divine, God, Allah, Yahweh, and ask for what is missing. Because it's not missing. It's just unknown to me and to you. But when we get quiet, when we go beyond the limitations, we become the spiritual children, and the answers will come. Dear God, there's someone out there who needs me as much as I need them. Bring us together. Amen. And it is so. Thank you for joining me this morning. This is one of my favorite topics, as you well know. And as we always say with each of our programs, first of all, wherever you are, we're all going through warm periods. This is the summer in America. So please remember the caregivers and remember the elderly, as well as remember yourself. Keep yourself hydrated and cool. And you don't have to accomplish everything today. One step at a time is most sufficient. As we always say, onward in love and caregiving. Namaste. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Thank you.